people will want. My name is Muhumza Justus. I know most of us, we have been able to meet online, others we've met physically. And to those that we've not met physically, I pray that we can be able to meet as time goes by. And to those we've met, it's been really good meeting. I've been part of NeoLife for now quite some time. I got started when I was a student, and I joined mainly because I was looking for money. I was looking for a way on how I could be able to pay my school fees, how I could be able to study, and because I had school fees issues. Little did I know that I had actually made a decision that was going to completely turn my life around. I didn't know I had made a decision that was going to positively affect the rest of my entire future. So NeoLife has been a great opportunity to me. It's been a great opportunity to my family. Today, I'm a happily married man. I'm married to Susan Tomohere, who is actually also on this call. And together we have 2 children. And we really enjoy being part of NeoLife because we've had chances to travel. We just returned from, we've been together in Mauritius. We've been in Cape Town early this year. And we are, of course, preparing ourselves to be on that trip to Egypt. That is next year in May. So we really, really passionately love traveling. But most importantly, we also passionately love the NeoLife products because they've been great products to us. We have used them. Everyone in the family uses them. And I hope that you as well are using these products. So one thing that I always really pray is that us as distributors, we are able to understand this business and we are able to do it with passion because it can, if we understand it, it can greatly turn our lives around. Because it has a bit of some ups and downs, it has a bit of some challenges, it has a bit of some objections, there's a bit of some rejections. But most of these objections and rejections are actually mainly because of lack of understanding of the business. I always love to encourage distributors to attend every kind of meeting that is available. Attend every meeting that is available, do a lot of research, grow in knowledge, grow in experience, grow in skill, because once you are able to do that, then this business is going to be easy, it's going to be great, because most of the challenges and objections and rejections that we actually face in this business, they are due to lack of knowledge, they are due to lack of skill. So once you have the skills, once you have the experience, once you have the knowledge, trust me, you become unstoppable. So if you are a distributor on this call and you really want to succeed and build this business, please try your level best to practice the daily success habits. The daily success habits, which is number 1, use the products. When you use the products, all the objections and rejections and challenges that you're meeting with the products, trust me, they will all be gone. The products are expensive. The products are this. Do they really work? All those objections will be answered when you start using the products. I am a true testimony to that. So I am actually speaking with authority because I was there and I know what it means when you use the products. Our daily success habit number 2, talk to people about the business, recommend the products, share the opportunity. You do not know what will happen when you continue speaking to people about these products. When you continuously speak to people about these products, I know that at one point you'll get 1, 2, 3 customers, 1, 2, 3, 4 distributors. You could speak to someone who is going to be a great distributor. Yeah. So daily basic number 2, share the opportunity and the products. And daily success habit number 3 is attend meetings. Attend meetings for knowledge, attend meetings for skills. So those are the only things that we are supposed to do. Do them repeatedly, do them every day, do them every week, do them every month, do them every year. And trust me, if you do them with great persistence, consistency, and discipline, you will get to the top. The challenge is sometimes we work and sometimes we take rest. Sometimes we work, sometimes we don't work. So most of us lack discipline. And there's never, and there will never be any person, any champion that lacks discipline. Maybe you'll be the first one, but there's never any champion that lacked discipline. So right away, I want to take this opportunity. I do not know our guest speaker, what name you're using. Please, if you could raise up your hand. Mr. Isaac Ndungu is a dear brother of mine, all the way from Nairobi. He is someone who is very excited, very passionate. I don't know if he ever gets angry, but as far as you know, he's always very excited, very positive attitude. I think he is one person that if I ever go to Kenya, I cannot leave Kenya without looking for his head. So Mr. Isaac, you're very welcome to our team. I love it every single time that you're called upon. You never give any excuses. You always show up and you share with us with one heart, with great passion. The team loves you here, and we really thank you so much that you're part of our team. So thank you so much. You can take it on from here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a great honor for me to speak to Lion Kings International this evening. Our upcoming president, Muhumuza, we've met so many times, not in Uganda, but in countries where we go for a lifestyle. And I think it has been a great moment also to work with you. I really admire your leadership, and congratulations. I have heard of the great work that you are doing in Uganda, helping so many people, and your business is also growing outside Uganda. It's really exciting, and I'm really happy that and honored to speak to the team today. That is Lion Kings International. And I've also been escorted by a few friends from Kenya, from the team in Kenya. And I want to say hi to each one of you and tell you thank you very much. All right. So my name is Isaac Ndungu. And by profession, I am a high school teacher. I was born and brought up in a town called Thika, and I grew up there. And then I went to school in the neighborhood, and finally I was able to go to the university and trained as a teacher to teach English and literature, to explain adjectives, nouns, and the literature books. And I started working somewhere in the eastern part of our country what people generally call Meru. I started working in that place. And as I worked there, I also married. I'm married to Purity and Ndungu, and between us, we have 3 children. So I worked in Meru for a while. And when we married a year or so, I started looking for a transfer because Purity had come back to the university in Nairobi. And I wanted to be near where she was, or rather near my family now. And I got a transfer from the eastern side, and I came to the central part of Kenya, and to a girls' school called Rucho Girls. And I started teaching there. Now, while I was teaching, now it was now possible for us to stay as a family while I was teaching at Rucho Girls. While teaching there, Purity was invited to go and have a look at this opportunity. We had not heard about it. We were really struggling, especially financially. We were trying to start this business or the other. We had not concluded which one. In fact, at some point, we had wanted to start a butchery. No, apart from eating it, and I had no background in selling the same. But that is what we had wanted to, that was what we were contemplating on starting. But we did not start. One Sunday, Purity was invited to listen to our New Life opportunity. We didn't know it that time. She was only told, come and listen to a business opportunity. She's a lecturer in the line of economics. So she went. I did not go. I was left at home. I think I was taking care of the children or something close to that. When she came in the evening, she told me, there is something I have seen in town, that is in Nairobi town, and we are going to do that. So I asked her, Purity, did you understand? She told me, I did not understand. But what we are going to do, we are going to start this business. We will understand while we are inside. Now, this is what had happened. The person who had invited her that particular month had earned to the tune of 7,000 US dollars. Now, that is good money. So, sorry for that. So, when she saw that kind of money, and now she did not require my permission. So she told me, we are going to join. You see, generally now, as a wife, I would have expected her to do some consultation. There was no consultation. The issue was, we are going to join. Now, later on, she was telling me, she could not have consulted with me because I had not attended the meeting. So I did not know anything about what the meeting, how the meeting was, and what was said in the meeting. And that is a good reason, because chances are, probably my input would have been negative. So that is the way we started the business, without exactly knowing what exactly we were actually doing. So we started off the business. And when we started the business, I still remember the first check. The first check was around $13, 13 US dollars. That's around Kenya shillings, 1,362, roughly $13. And let me tell you, I still remember one teacher asking me whether that 1,362 was in US dollars or was in Kenya shillings. The teacher actually wanted to really discourage me. And to me, that was one of the great things that I had to overcome. The politics and the talks of my colleague teachers. They were saying, this is not a business, you know? And I almost believed them, because when you have had only 1,000 Kenya shillings, that is not something you can write a composition on. And then somebody is telling me, or rather somebody is telling you, oh, I know of this business. It cannot take you far. So that is the way I started the business. My colleagues looked at it and it was like, what are you really doing? Do you think this thing can really help you in any way? Apparently, I continued going for training. And if there is something that held me together and things never fell apart, it was training. So I continued going for training, and then it happened. My second check was 29,948, roughly 300 US dollars. Now that was significant amount of money. Do you know the reason? As a TSC teacher, TSC is the body that employs teachers in Kenya, Teacher Service Commission. As a TSC teacher, I was getting around $600. But you see now with the deductions, I don't know whether this one applies in Uganda, but in Kenya, you pay as you earn, you pay as you eat, you pay as you walk around, you pay as you marry. There's one tax we pay called Widows and Children Pension Scheme. That one is paid but only by married men. It's like it is illegal to marry. It is like it is not allowed, but yet it is allowed. So by the time you get the net, my net sometimes used to be like $80. Can you imagine? $80 is sometimes what I used to take. From the $600 US dollars, the deductions would go and I would take home 80. But I was not excited about that. And I was wondering what really happened. And the way I was expecting to get much in this education sector. So it went on. My check went to 60,000, 60,000, 60,000. That is around $600. That was very nice. That is my now check in NeoLife. It went on to 100,000 Kenya shillings, roughly 1,000 US dollars. That time, I became a director. I became a director within 3 months. And let me tell you, I started seeing things change. I continued using the product, but to be honest with you, the reason why I joined NeoLife was money. And number 2 was money, and number 3 was money. I am yet to check number 4. Chances are the reason would still have been money. Now, I started getting excited. And for the first time, I got to know I could earn money without being employed. For the first time, in my mind, it registered that I could get money without being employed by someone. It was really exciting. So the check went on, and then I realized I had even started helping other people to become directors. What did that one mean? When I helped other people to become directors, I went to another level. We call it World Team. Ladies and gentlemen, when I became a World Team, chances are even my walking style changed. And there was a lot of excitement. I was so happy that I got into an airplane. The company paid for me and Purity and the couple we had helped to become software directors. And we went all the way to South Africa. I was really excited. You see? And it changed my way of looking at things. Eventually, I told the TSC to look for another teacher because I started remembering where the Teacher Service Commission had taken, or rather, the school had taken us. They also used to take us for outings, but the outings we had been taken was by the school bus, and we had gone to Mombasa. And it was not really enjoyable. You cannot compare it when you are up there in the air. So I told the TSC, the body that employs teachers, to look for another teacher. Otherwise, my understanding now had changed. and I was likely to become unemployable. I was not going to be a very good employee who has to follow you for a whole month for money I could not mention in public. I said, no, I have to get my dignity. I know I can work. I know I can change my life. I know with this opportunity, I can change things for myself. I do not have to depend to rely on somebody's paying me or waiting for something here in Kenya we call pension. Money you are given after you retire. So what I did, I followed my passion and forfeited my pension. So the business went on. How did I succeed in the business? There is something I want you to note carefully. I succeeded in this business and I continue to succeed because of something we call sponsoring. Sponsoring is bringing in new people and showing them to do the business. So of course, I started in the staff room. I started looking for people, not to convince. I don't like convincing people. I don't like struggling to convince people. What I have understood is this. There are people, and many of them, that are looking for this opportunity. So what I do, and what I was doing even then, I don't struggle to convince people that this is a good business, this is a good opportunity. No, I present the opportunity. I tell them, this is a good opportunity. It can give you good health. It will give you good money. It will give you good travel. And I'm doing it. For example, I've been doing it for the last now 13 years. Some people would look at it and would not look at it twice. Others will even tell you they have experience, that they know the business, and it never helped them. Others will tell them that they have an auntie who was also doing the same business, and it never took them very far. They never went far with the business. Sometimes I almost feel like asking them, do I look like your auntie? Surely. Why should you compare me with your auntie? But this is what is happening. I've realized there are people that want this opportunity. Today, if I can give you an example, I was in a town called Kitale. Right now, I'm talking to you in a town called the town called Eldoret. And the road that is very near me now is what we call the Uganda Road. We call it the Uganda Road. It's not very far from where I am actually. So now, I've realized today we had 7 people. We had a meeting in Kitale, and the 7 people have joined the business. One day, full kit, full amount. I'm talking about those people that have paid everything. 7 of them, they have paid today. And I'm looking at it like this. So I stopped struggling with people. I don't try to convince people. There are people that have been used to complaining. They will complain about everything else, but they will never blame themselves to see that they are the cause of what is happening. People will they will complain about the government, for example. They will complain about their employer. But if you ask them, would you want to change your life with something called NeoLife, and I'm going to show you, hold your hand, some people don't want. However, there is a group of people, and nowadays it is becoming bigger and bigger, of people that you tell them, I can show you an alternative, and they will say, I am in. So I started sponsoring. I would talk to people. Some people I would sponsor them, then within no time, they drop. They would not want to wait. And that is something that I would want to mention tonight. Some people join our business, what we call posers. They are just posing. Posing, as in like you post when you're in a photo. They have just come to check whether it really works. For them, network marketing is a they want to see whether they can win. They want to put very little effort, and then they get huge results. Now, apparently, they really get disappointed. Many people start like that. But if that is the only level they go, they will leave the business saying, They never got anything. So they come in as posers. They are posing. They are checking whether this business will give them money. So they will post for the first month, the second month, the third month, the fourth month, and then their attitude start changing. They will start asking questions. Must I do 100 points? That is somebody who is coming to post. Then they are asking, if I don't do 100 points, will I be removed from the register? Then they are told, no, you will not be registered. You will not be registered. Then they say, then I think I'm safe. Then they will stay there in the business without really doing much. That is one category of people. There is another category of people. We call them amateurs. Amateurs are generally beginners. Beginners, they have many questions. They are asking, is this one a strong company? The money I have invested, will it be safe? For them, some of them think they will come. There is one that asked me that they are coming to a company that has been there for over 60 years. And just by their entry, the company collapses. So I told another one, please don't come. If you are going to get into a company that has been there for 67 years and then it is going to collapse immediately because of your entry, stay with your money. We call them the amateurs. They ask questions. Probably I could be doing better in a different company. Or do I have the right upline? They are always asking questions. Sometimes valid questions. They are always like, they're asking, did I get into the business at the right time? I think those people that came a long time ago, they are harvesting much. They are getting so much. For me, I'm a late comer. They have many questions. But then there is another group of people that patiently wait. They stay in the business. They are a diehard, but there is something else they do. They do this business as a professional. For them, this is their profession. This is the business they want to do. They don't depend on luck. Luck in English is okay, in Kiswahili it is bahati. They don't rely on bahati. They don't look for them to be lucky. For them, they are here as professionals. And they do the business as professionals. Now, can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is what I aspire to be. That is what I am. What do these people do? They look for prospects. They look for prospects, not suspects. You know, sometimes we get people that are actually suspect, not prospects. They look for prospects. They know how to present the business. And can I mention this? Learn how to present the business very early. Don't always be waiting for your upline to present for you. Don't wait to be an expert to present. Present even when you are presenting it badly. It is better to have a bad presentation, and bad is in quotes, than none at all. They present. They show what they have. We have. Then on top of that, they show people how to start the business. They open the kit. Professionals will take time to open the kit. Don't just sign up people. Show them how to start the business. And don't always wait for your upline to be opening kits for you, to be launching businesses for you. They continue. Then they show them how to start right. Then they start working with them on the journey on this business. And then eventually, they are usually also very keen on the events. For example, you are in Uganda. You are in Lions Kings International. I want to ask you this question. Are you coming to Tanzania next month? Will you be there for the summit for East Africa? We also have some friends of mine here in Kenya, and of course, some are coming also from other countries. I can see a friend of mine calling from America. Thank you very much. And my question is asked, I will be asking you, will you be with us in Tanzania? Are you going to join us there? So these professionals wait, they are patient. They wait for the payday. Some people get into a business and they leave mid-month. They leave before we are paid. They say, I stayed there for 6 months and I never got anything. Wait. Many people wait for even years to train as professionals in different areas. In network marketing, you need also to wait and be trained and become a professional. Our leader, thank you very much. My time is up, but I'm very grateful for giving me an opportunity to share with the great team, Lion Kings International. Asante sana. Thank you very much.
Wow, asante sana kabisa kabisa. Thank you so much for really taking off time to share with us your inspiring testimony. It really encourages me when you share, because it really shows what this business can actually be able to do in someone's life, and how someone's life can actually be able to turn around simply because of the decision that they actually made to join this business. Now, I just want to imagine, by the way, signing up in this means, like our guest speaker has mentioned, just signing up is not enough. We need to work. I'm just wondering if Mr. Isaac Ndungu, when he saw the business, if he never did this business seriously, where would he be? Maybe he would be a frustrated teacher, you know? Maybe his life, his family would not be where it is today. So I want to urge all the distributors, you are in this business, do it seriously, do it passionately, give it all your best, do the success habits every day, and your life will turn around. Thank you so much for logging in. It's been a pleasure to host you. Have a blessed evening. Thank you so much. And thank you so much again, our guest speaker. Thank you so much.